Hello, it's Miles with the Healthy Mind, Body, and Soul. Today, I'm going to do something different. I've recently got into drinking coffee. It hasn't been too terribly long. And one of the things I found out is there's not much out there to tell you the difference between the different kinds of coffee. What does it mean by 100% Arabica? What does it mean Colombian coffee as opposed to anything else? Or Dunkin' Donuts to Starbucks to organic to... I mean, it's just the options are really endless with the varieties of coffee that are out there. So what I'm going to start to do is I'm going to start going through some of these things. And today I'm going to go through the Harvest Farms Organic. It's the one you can get from Ingles, and I'll show you. I'll also link this to a blog that I'm going to do where the blog will be a more complete review of the coffee that I'm doing. Today I'm going to do mostly the taste test on video, as well as just talk a little bit about what we're doing as far as why this is something that I wanted to do. But I really enjoy drinking coffee, and I enjoy experimenting and trying to find coffee that tastes good enough by itself. I mean, we can put creamers and sugars and all this other stuff in the coffees to make it taste like something, but I want to know what coffee just tastes good by itself. And so this is the first one that I'm doing. It's 100% Arabica, and it's a Colombian coffee. It's organic. There's not supposed to be anything in it. It's a medium dark roast, and this coffee is already ground. I bought it. It's ground, and one of the things I enjoy doing is grinding my own, because I feel like it just makes for a fresher coffee. But they didn't have it in the beans, and I wanted to try it, so here it is. And like I said, I'll put a link to the blog, so if you really want the details and a really broken down review of this coffee, it'll be on that. So what I have in front of me today is I've made some in the French press. I made some in my little drip machine, and I cold brewed some for 24 hours last night. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour some in each one of the cups, and I'm going to taste it. And I have a little review thing that I'm going to do through it, and I'm going to just go through it and give it. I have some attributes that I'm going through, like the aroma, what it smells like, the bitterness, you know, the boldness, the fullness of the flavor. Is it drinkable? Is it, you know, is there a good drinkability, or is it something you just really wouldn't enjoy drinking that much of? Does it have any unique qualities? And it'll have, and also weigh the cost, you know, what the cost per bag is, and just, is it worth, you know, is the coffee worth drinking, or is it, you know, find something else that's a little bit better? So I figure I'll start with French press, work my way down, and just discuss them as I go. So if you've never used a French press, I'll link it to another video that I've done, as well as a blog on using the French press. And so we'll start with the French press. And it smells good. I mean, it's got its own, you know, some coffees have a sweet taste, but it's got it's got a pleasant aroma. You can smell the earthiness, and it's got a little citrusy kind of smell to it. Let's see. I always have to taste the second sip. The first sip kind of just loosens everything up. It's not bitter. It's a smooth coffee. The aroma it's not too bad. So let's see, drinkable. Is it drinkable? To me, the French press always brings out more of the flavors, more of the boldness, more of the just the overall taste and texture of the coffee. I'm gonna do my scores while I'm doing it. Aroma, I'm gonna give it a 6. The bitterness, that's right in the middle of the road. I'd say a 5 out of 10. But my score is based from 1 to 10. Let's see, boldness. It's not overly bold. It's kind of a yeah, it's middle of the road, so I'll give it a 5 on that. Is it drinkable? Just black? It's not. I'm not gonna put it at the top of my list. I don't think I've had a lot that are a lot smoother, and but we'll get into them later. And I don't know. I'm gonna go with probably a 4 out of 10 on the drinkability, because it's, I don't know. Not overly impressed. Yeah, so we'll go with 4 on the drinkability. Anything unique qualities about it? Nah. I mean, other than the fact that it's supposed to be organic and it's the whole free trade thing. I mean, that's a good unique quality to it, which is nice. It makes it a good desirable coffee, I think. And if you like Colombian coffee, that's, you know, Colombia is really known for their coffee because they are truly, they make the Arabica beans are mostly come from Colombia. So uniqueness, what do you say, 5? I'll go with 5. And so for cost is about $7 for a 12-ounce bag, which is not too bad. I mean, it's organic, it's a free, you know, fair trade certified, they say. It's medium dark roast, so it's, I'll say 6 on the cost as far as what it was. So that's, and all right, so I'll tally up the scores with that one in a minute. So the next one I'm going to do is the drip. I like using my little drip, little 4-cup Mr. Coffee. It's just nice for when you just want an easy cup. And so, all right, let's see if it smells any different. It smells a little different. It's interesting how they're so much different. It really does. So let's see, aroma. It smells a little, I don't know, it's got a little bit more of a bite, more of a an earthy bite to it, out of the, just because, you know, the drip, it just runs over it. With the French press, the coffee grinds sit down in the water for 5, I use it for 5 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, it's a lot more bitter. Yeah, yuck. Yeah, I'm gonna go with, I've got my score set from 1 to 10, whereas 10 is good, 1 is low, so it's bitterness. It's bitter, so I'm gonna crank it down to like a 3. It's not very bold. I'm gonna go with a 4 on the boldness because it's just not. Drinkability, I'm gonna put a drinkability at it too. I wouldn't drink that. Normally, it's just not my. I mean, out of the French press, it was tolerable, but this, negative. Oh, mercy. Yes. Uniqueness. I'll stay with the 5 on the uniqueness because it is what it is. It's across the board and it's the same. All right, so the last one I'm going to do is my cold brew. Not a terrible big fan of cold coffee, but I wanted to do it as far as, because I mean, you never know with coffee, just could come alive with sitting in the water all night like it did in the refrigerator. Really, it may bring it to life. So yeah, see, the bitterness is gone out of the aroma. It smells, you can smell more citrusy. It's interesting how the different methods really bring out different aromas, and so I don't know. It's I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna go with a 5 because I've smelled a lot better. So, all right, let's see. Ready? Yeah, it's taking the bitterness right out of it. It is not bitter, so I'm gonna go with the 7. Is it bold? That actually is not too bad. It's not bad at all. And I can see if you put some cream in that, it'd really be good. So I'm going to go 6 on it. Is it drinkable? Yeah, I'm going to go with a 6 on the drinkability. Is it unique? We'll just run with the 5 with the unique because of being organic and the cost is the same. So this coffee is far and away the best with a cold brew. It's one of the reasons I wanted to do all the ways. It's tolerable in the French press. I wouldn't drink it through the drip at all. It's not too bad in the cold brew. That's actually really good. Interesting. So there we have it. With this Harvest Farms Organic 100% Arabica Colombian ground coffee, the medium dark roast, non-GMO, which is always a good thing. For me, is best cold brewed. And like I said, check out the blog, and it'll be a detailed breakdown of it. And There'll be some more notes and some other things that I did before because I did quite a bit of research on the Colombian coffee and what, why 100% Colombian, why that even matters, because there's so many places that coffee is from, and the different beans, and what Arabica is, and what makes a difference, who cares, but a lot of that is in the blog, so if you want to find out more about that, go to the blog. So the Harvest Farms Organic, 100% Arabica, Colombian ground coffee, medium dark roast, scores 91 points out of 180. So it puts it right in the middle of the road. So it's probably not a bad coffee, but we'll see as we progress in these reviews, because I have quite a few of them to do, and I'm gonna make this a normal thing, because we're trying to find a great coffee that you can just drink without all the crap in it. And so we look forward to seeing you again, and the next one I do is going to be the only coffee beans that are grown in the United States, and you'll have to check it out to find out what that is. So we'll see you soon. Thank you.